Hello friends, welcome back to the new tutorial of the FastAPI SQL model. Today we are going to learn integrating OAuth2 authentication in the FastAPI with SQL model. Those who haven't subscribed my channel yet, please do subscribe my channel, and if you like the video, please do like, share and comment on my video. Let's get started. So these are the files which we have to create, or first of all we have to install the following packages, that is FastAPI SQL model, Uvicon, AuthLib. Okay, so make sure you have to install that one. Then we have to create the main.py, which is the entry point of your FastAPI application. Currently I have made the authentication.py for this. Models.py contains your SQL models. Database.py for the database connection. Auth.py handles auth2 authentication logic, including token generation and the validation. CRUD.py contains the CRUD operations for interacting with the database. Schemas.py define the pydantic models for the request and the response validations. Dependencies, I'm not using that one. You can skip that one. Okay. So the let's dive into the code level directly. So first of all, we have the let's go with the models. So this is our model, SQL models field, typing optional, then ID, username, hash password, email, full name, and the disabled. So this is, we have to create that model. Then we have a schemas. Okay. So here we have for validating the data. So we have a pydantic base model and token. We require this token type, token data, username, user create. So this is again the model that we have to validate. Then this is a user, which will return ID, username, email, full name, disable, and config ORM to be mode true. Okay, so this is basically your schemas in which you are going to validate your data, right? So basically, schemas define pydantic models for request and the response validation. So whenever we try to send the response, that is very important. So you have to make the schemas for validation, response validation, you can say about it. Okay, so I have made that one. I will show you how I have used that one. Okay, so let's make a crud.py, so where we have the create user, okay, and get user by name. So these two functions I have created, crud.py. Then we have a database.py, which is already we have told about, where we have a database connection for the MySQL username, password, host, port, database. So this will create the connection between your MySQL database, right? Now we have the, this is done. Then we have a auth.py, which we discuss later on. So first of all, authentication.py, which is a main file. So these all are imports that you have to use: FastAPI, SQL, Alchemy, ORM, session, pydantic base model, typing models. You have to use user model, schemas. We have to use user create, user as a user schema, token and token data. So we have a auth. So we have auth.py, which we have required verify password, get password hash, create access token, get current user. This is database for creating the data, creating or managing the database or connection between the database. So you can see that this is that file which we have created, that one. So it will create and create the models according to it. Then we have fast API security, auth2 bearer, request form, date, time delta. Then we have a token expiration. So here we have used the create data table. So you can also use your async context manager for that one. On the load time, you can just use that one. Okay, then we have a dependency to get the database session. So this is for that one. Auth2 password bearer for the token authentication, we have to use that one. So here we have the users list, so you can get the all the list of that one, which is, I'm not using that one for getting the list of the users. Okay, and this is for updating the user, right? So we don't, I'm not using that one or deleting that one. I'm just, main focus is like generating the token. So this is that one in the login. This is basically the login. So where we require the username and the password. Okay, and here we have a verify password function. So this is your auth.py, where we have the verify password, plain password, and the hash password, which will return the user verified, and it will return whether the password is verified or not. So it will return that one, that invalid credentials. If there is something wrong, it will return the HTTP exception. Okay, otherwise SS token expiration, we have set SS token. So it will, then we will call the create SS token function. So this is that one, right? So what it will require, it will require the username and the password. Okay, so you have to send it. relevant user information, whatever you want to get it, you will send it over here. Okay, so this is the main function. Let's understand this one. So on the top of it we will use it: date, time, typing, Josh, JWT, FastAPI, parslib, SQL model, database, models, CRUD, get user by name, schemas, parslib, and here we have the secret key, algorithm, SS token, expiration. So for the, you can say about the password hashing, we are using the bicrypt. Okay, so get the password hash. So we return the password hash, verify the password. So it will return whether the password is correct or not. Authenticate the user. This is we will use later on for the authentication. Okay, and I think it should be on the top of it. Let's update it the top. Okay, so our time and delta is already there. Joe Joe's import and the JWT is already there, so we don't require it. Okay, then this is authenticate the user. Okay, with the password. Then we have a create access token. This is very important. Okay, so let to encode data copy, we have copied that one. If expired is delta, so we will show that the data has been expired, else we are going to add it time delta minutes 15. Encode expiration we have to send, encode JWT, so whatever secret and algorithm we have to send, and then encode JWT we have to get it. Okay, and this is get current user. So whenever we want to call this current user, so with the help of the token, so what exact when we will send the token and it will return the user information. Okay, so let's have a look for that one. If I try to save this, go to our authentication.py, this is our login token. So here we have created the SS token, so it will give you the SS token, verify password already discussed, and it will give you the SS token. And in the users me, I want to get the current user information, so this is current user information which will return me when it decode the JWT. So it will decode the JWT. I need to pass the token, secret key, algorithm, and it will give me the, if the username is null, so it will show me the data that credentials exception. Token data, we have to go with the username, credentials exception with session. We will call the get user by name function. We will send the username and it will give you the result of that one. Okay, so this is that one. Let's go and check. First of all, I have already made everything. So users, I will make the John Doe 3. So let's send it. So it will create the user. If I go and check the database, so here we have the users. So here we have a users, third record is already inserted, John Doe, and the password is hashed. Okay, next step, let's try to go with the login. So John 3 would be our, and password is same. Let's try to go with this one token. So I have generated the token, so I'm going to use this token to fetch this user information in the users me. So authorization bearer, so let's paste this and let's try to send it. I get the information. If I will just use any kind of removal of the data, here you can see the token is wrong or something. Here you can see could not validate the credentials, so it will not giving the response. Okay, so this is very important, right? So let's go back. So I think this function is very important, right? Creating, get the current user and create the access token and create the user. Okay, so we have verify password which I already discussed. Authentication, this is users me, this is done. How to get the login, this is done. Okay, this delete users we don't require. Post users, so here we are creating the users with username, email, full name, and get hash the password, then add the db, commit, refresh, and return the db user. Okay, so this is how we have done this authentication part. Okay, so any doubt, any query in that, do let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great day, and don't forget to like, share, and comment on my video. Have a nice day.